2018 Chevy Equinox cabin filter. You're gonna open this. There's a little plunger on the side here. It's gonna be noisy for a sec. There's a little plunger that sits on this peg. Just use your fingers to pull it off. You can use a tool if you need to. Alright, once that's done, we're gonna squeeze the sides of this glove box and then just drop it down. Like that. And by squeezing the sides, you push in these locks and then you're able to pull it down. So there's our cabin filter. Now yours might have a screw that holds the faceplate on. It looks like there was one right here. I don't know, yours may or may not have one, but we're gonna go ahead and take that off. And you can remove your glove box out of the way if you need to, so you just have easy room. Alright, so these little screws, I got 3 sockets that would undo it. First, I got a 6mm socket. This fits on it a little loose. My 5.5 socket works on it the best, but then if you don't have any of those, an inverted Torx socket works. I think this size is E8 Torx. It's inverted, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw my 5.5 on there to get it off. A 6 will probably work though. Alright, let's go ahead and get that off. Now this takes a minute, so I'm not gonna make you watch me do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out, and don't drop it because you might need it to get this faceplate back on. Alright, I got it loose enough. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. Sorry about the noise, everybody. So you can just probably open this. There's a little tab right here. Just lift it up, push it right here, and then lift this up like that. And there's your door. Take note of the arrow right there. Filter access door. So we'll go ahead and pull this out. Alright, that's how to remove it. Now here's my new cabin filter. That's the part number. And it's right here. Now this one also has arrows on it, like I mentioned, or it says airflow down. And yeah. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but when I was moving this, that little spot where that screw was screwed in, it just fell off. I don't know if this is just like an assembly thing where they just put screws in to hold that on and then it's just supposed to break off. I don't know, I doubt it, but I wasn't rough with it or nothing, and it broke off. So if it breaks off, not a big deal because it'll be held in by these tabs, but nonetheless, try to be careful and not break that. We're gonna put this in with the airflow pointing down. Okay, let's get this in. Let's open the door here and get this in. Alright, we're going to push this in. That. Gently clip the lid shut so nothing else breaks off. You should hear it click. And it'll lock in place. And then I'll just put the screw on this side since that one's not broken off. Alright, I got that in. And then once that's all good, we're gonna use this. We gotta put our hinge part on first. So these little hinge spots, put these on the hinges. Like that. And then we're gonna raise this up, just push it up into it like that. And then we'll hook our plunger back up right here. This guy, get him on. Alright. Just like that, and then it should shut and close very easy. Alright, cabin filter's done. Next is the air filter. You got these little screws that go around the air filter box. I got a 7mm socket, but also you could probably use this just a Phillips. Just go ahead and get these loosened. They usually don't fall out, so all you gotta do is loosen them and they'll stay in the box. You don't gotta worry about it. So after you get them loosened, let's go ahead and pull this up gently. And then just reach in here and pull this air filter out. Now be careful because over years and time that flex boot right there gets really brittle, so just be careful. I got my new air filter right here. This is from Chevy, and if you notice, it has this little nipple right here. This is there because it goes in a certain way right here. It's supposed to go in like that. There's actually a little black tabs that go on the sides of it. I don't know what that's for, but that's how it goes on. otherwise it'll give you little issues. Line these screws up good and run these down. Sometimes these will want to go sideways and not go in the hole. Just, you know, put it in. If this MAF sensor is in your way, all I gotta do is pull this red lock backwards, and then you could push the button release and pull that off. Make sure your car's off though when you do that and the keys out of the vehicle. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. Thanks for watching. Any additional information in the comments is appreciated.